Good morning, everyone. This is Miss Parham. I am going to do a video to go over our session on volume and go over some of the vocabulary. So let's get started with the first item. We're going to do measurement, and this is a line. And when we start talking about measurement, we're looking at the concept of dimension. Dimension is an object that goes in one direction, one dimensional, one direction, and this happens to be a line. A line is one dimension because it goes in one direction. Call it 1D. Okay, and so what you measure with the line, since it's one direction, you measure length. Okay. Now the next item, after 1 comes 2. So we're going to take a look at a two-dimensional figure. So we're going to have more than just length. Not great at drawing these using these nets, but it's important for the concept of volume. So now we've got two directions. We've got one direction, then another direction. And so this is our length, and this is our width. It's our two dimensions, and I'll just put an L there. And so a two-dimensional figure is length and width. And these are our two dimensions, which makes it 2D, or two-dimensional. And it is also a flat surface. And with flat surfaces, we are able to measure area. How much space is contained within the lines. And we know the formula for area is length times width, 2D. One dimension, two dimensions. Okay, and then our last dimension that we're going to look at is our 3D dimension. So of course, instead of just one direction or two directions, we're going to have 3 different directions. So I'm going to start with my line for length. Then I'm going to do my 3 dimensions, length and width. That's my flat surface. And the difference between area and volume is that volume is not a flat surface. Okay, it has a little bit of spatiality. It pops out from being flat. So we have to create something that stands up and it's not just a flat surface. So you'll see now I'm creating some an extension that pops out or pops up from just being a flat surface. Let's see if I can do this correctly. There we go. And so now we're talking about 3 dimensions. So of course this is our, in this 3D figure, when you're talking about 2D, you create a flat surface. So our flat surface is on the bottom. So this becomes our length right here, and this becomes our width. It creates a flat surface on the bottom, which is called the base of the bottom and the top of our 3-dimensional figure. And the other piece that's added for the 3rd dimension is, of course, how tall is it? This is the H, which is the height. So for our 3D figure, we've got length, width, and height. That's what makes it 3D. three-dimensional, and 3D figures actually measure volume, or it measures capacity, how much something can hold. Because again, when I have a 3D figure, I have space inside of it. I can pour things inside. I can't pour anything inside a two-dimensional figure, a flat surface, or a string, or a line. So when we start looking at the concept of three-dimensional figures, we are creating shapes that have capacity. They can actually hold things. You can pour things inside of them. And that's pretty much the concept of the vocabulary that we're going to be getting into in our initial volume lesson. Thank you.